Good afternoon. I'm Victoria Norgard with your Panhandle Roundup. We begin with an update on that crash that killed a teen in Gering on Monday. The Nebraska State Patrol tells us they're conducting a full crash reconstruction investigation, and any potential charges could come at the end of the investigation. According to NSP, James Jackson was traveling north near 10th Street in Gering just before 8 a.m. when his Ford Ranger was struck from behind by a Ram 2500 pickup truck. Jackson died at the scene. The driver of the pickup, Gideon Brunner, was thrown from his truck and transported to Regional West Hospital with serious injuries. Although it's not quite confirmed, NSP said alcohol and speeding are believed to be factors in the crash. And school is back in session for many school districts across the state. The Scottsbluff Police Department has some safety tips to keep students safe as they head back to class. With many school districts heading back to school, the Scottsbluff Police Department reminds residents of helpful tips that can keep students safe as they begin the school year. Motorists are urged to stay vigilant and use caution when approaching school crossings, paying extra close attention to crossing guards working those areas. Encourage your child to use routes that are assisted by crossing guards and walk on sidewalks. Be familiar with your student's route to and from school. Have your child memorize their full name, address, and phone number at the earliest age possible. Make sure they stay away from strangers and vehicles they don't recognize, and never accept a ride from someone they don't know. For more on these tips, head to our website. And Union Pacific's Big Boy 4014 is preparing to hit the rails once again at the end of the month. The historic steam locomotive is set to embark on the Heartland of America tour that includes 8 stops in Nebraska starting August 28th. Big Boy will travel from Cheyenne before making stops in Kimball, Sidney, Ogallala, North Platte, Grand Island, Overton, Columbus, and Omaha, with some whistle stops along the way. Union Pacific is auctioning off 4 tickets to allow winners to ride in the cab of the Big Boy. Tickets can be found at railauctions.com. The tour wraps up October 23rd in Greeley, Colorado. And now turning to your Panhandle weather, meteorologist Andre Brooks is standing by.
Well, thank you so much, Victoria. And we are seeing those partly to mostly cloudy conditions here across our Panhandle. And this is just going to continue throughout the early to mid portions of our afternoon. And that is going to change once we get later on down the line. And as we head over into our current temperatures, our temperatures are mainly in the 80s, the exception there in Chadron at 78 degrees, here in town at 81, and we have 80 in Sydney. Now, we do have a chance of seeing some strong storms during the day today for the entire Panhandle, and this means that we could see some damaging winds and hail, and we're going to be watching this for sure. And this is mainly going to come in the evening hours, so it's going to be kind of a repeat of what we saw yesterday. And once we get into our overnight lows tonight, we're going to be seeing those temperatures drop from the 80s during the day into the 50s overnight, so it's going to be feeling a little bit on the cooler side than what we saw last night. But once we enter into our Thursday, temperatures will then increase back up into the mid to upper 80s with mainly sunny skies. Now with sports with our very own John Clanton.
Welcome to the Sports Desk. The Western Nebraska Community College volleyball team opening fall practice. Now, 14 players make up the roster for new head coach Fatima Balza. The good news, 9 of those ladies, sophomores, to give the roster a lot of experience. Leading the way, Danny Cruz, Lily Zwalt, and Taylor Tizer. Those 3 will form a strong core. Local players, freshman Alex Gonzalez Orozco of Gering and sophomore Tamika Eastman of Sioux County, expected to be contributors as well. WNCC opens the season August 23rd and August 24th at the Reaver Classic in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Their first home matchup set for August 27th against rivals Eastern Wyoming. Good luck to the Cougars, and hopefully they will have a strong season. That's all from the Sports Desk. Everyone have a great rest of the day, and see ya.
And that's all we have for now. Remember to join us weekdays for the Panhandle Roundup, covering the stories in the Panhandle that matter to you. Have a great day.